They should have never called yard out. I'm about to clear yard out. We can take it to the ball court. I'ma show you how to ball out. And you should be afraid when they open my cage and they still let that dog out. I understand he was brave, but today was the day that I'm ripping his heart out. And I ain't never took a liking to niggas writing words that sound like fighting, cause I'm the type to watch them all get hyping, cause I'm a Viking, striking twice like lightning. So enticing, writes and hooks like Tyson. No biting, ride out with no license, no lights. It's so dark but so bright that it's bright. You cause cake but no icing. And I'll be the one nigga that they can't stand. Did 7 years on a handstand, cause I got caught with the blam blam. And I had a kick like Van Damme. I don't care about your man, fam. I body you when you're bad, fam. Laugh in your face like nah-nah, and pull off like nah-nah. Nigga ready for the breakdown, cause I'm ready for a breakdown. So you better have my kick now, or get shot in your face with a straight pound. 7 Mac 11 loaded weapon when I'm stepping. If a nigga disrespect, I hit him with the Smith & Wesson. When I hit him in the chest, he gon' die. And they looking at me like, why? You had to buy that nigga. He must for bother nobody, my nigga. He wasn't trapping, he was just rapping, doing that shit for a hobby, my nigga. Remy was frontin' like it wasn't nothing. To go spend 100 with Poppy, my nigga. Bitches, they love it cause my shit was flooded like it was hit by a tsunami, my nigga. Yeah. My pockets is fatter than yours. My bitches is better than yours. I keep all them bunnies around me. That's what all these carrots is for. So why would I kill you, my nigga? That's what all these savages for. They run up on you at the light. Bullets go right through your passenger door. Losing his lesson cause homie was flexing like he was the only one holding a weapon, like he couldn't get it. Who was you kidding? I thought you niggas would have been learned your lesson. You know who you messing with? I am the son of the sister of facts. So don't get it twisted, my nigga. Facts is the nigga that play with them, play with them.
Man, welcome to another edition of the Flawda Swampcast. This is Chapter 9. It's always being brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. I see Miss Dew in the building, Michelangelo, Mr. Shelton, Skywalker Bosale. Skywalker Bosale, I need you to drop your link in there, man, so people can go resubscribe to you, man, because I know that you lost your other channel and stuff, man. So take advantage of that, man. Drop your link in there, man. You know, go follow my man NP What the Fuck is in the building, Front Line, The Tropical Vine, Tay Brown, Chocolate Thunder, Trio Wheels in the building, K-Rod. Let me see, did I miss anybody, man? I don't know if I missed anybody or not, but shout out to everybody in the building, man. Before I say what I'm getting ready to say, I want to ask my brother Apple and LD, man, how his week has gone, man, since last week. You on mute.
My bad. What up, Trill Will? I see you, fam.
I hear you.
You hear me? You hear me, right?
Nah, you good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, Sheldon, hey man, go ahead, drop your link too, bro. Man, my week's been going well. I've caught a little cold. My twins, they go to daycare, and man, it's just something I just can't shake. But I'm getting past it now. I sound a lot better now than I did like 2 hours ago, man. But for the most part, everything's going well, man. Everything's going well. I'm happy.
All right, man. Listen, man, my Bluetooth had unpaired, but it just paired again, man. But
okay.
I've been out of commission the whole week. I've had my back went out on me, man. Nerve got pinched and shit, man. And I'm still kind of in a lot of pain, man. But I'm like, man, I am not canceling the Flawda Swampcast no weeks at all. I'm not gonna do that. We gonna thug this out, man, and get on here, man, and do what we normally do, man. I got an announcement to make because I know this is gonna be groundbreaking, unexpected. Y'all may not even believe me when I'm about to tell y'all. But hold up, man. Before I tell y'all that, let me make sure that Skywalker got a wrench, bro, because he does not have a wrench, and I did not know.
Yeah, that's his new channel. That's his new channel. So
yeah. I subbed to it. I just
okay.
Didn't get to wrench him up or nothing like that, man. Your boy Kind of Local is officially off the market. Your boy Kind of Local is officially going to get married end of this month, beginning of next month. It depends on how fucking soon my back heals, because I definitely don't want to be walking around with my cane trying to damn do that. So I'm gonna wait until I can walk again on my own, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the marriage, man. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people that know how I used to live my life and how I normally am, but there comes a point in time, man, in your life, man, where you get to a certain age, man. Like me, I'm 53 years old now, man, and I think enough time has passed by. I have been a free man doing whatever I wanted for so many years. And I just think this is going to be something that's going to help me settle down. I think it's the right timing.
Mhm.
As well as you got to understand, man, that I know that she's the one. I've been with her about 3.5 going on 4 years, and she has tolerated all of my antics. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's when you know, like, you got a real one. It's like, okay, you know what? It's time to shut it all down and dedicate everything towards her and give her that proper treatment as my lady, as my wife. So that is the new news, the groundbreaking news. And hey, bro, I know that probably took you, and it probably fucked your head up when I said it, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, what inspired you to do this though? Like, what really was like, okay, this is the last straw. I'm getting rid of my pimp card. Like, what made you really just want to do this?
Man, it's a lot of things. It's a combination of a lot of things. First of all, she's put up with everything that I do. You know, she's always been patient with everything I do. You know, and through the good, through the bad, she's always been there, man. And then the icing on the cake is uh me being out of commission with my back where I couldn't even move and I was stuck in my bed. Bro, she did everything for me, man. Like, I didn't have no doubt that she would, but and I want people to understand this is not the only reason. This just iced it. You know what I'm saying? This was like the icing on the cake, man. Like when you got chips, man, and they just ain't as good without the dip.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That was like adding the dip to it. Like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the one right here, man. Bro, like, what can I say, man? That's just what it is, man. And I say this to say this, man, that I've lived my life, bro.
Mhm.
I done did the single thing, and I did the single father thing before too. 'Cause I was married before. And when I got divorced, I ended up having custody of the kids, and I did the single father thing. I raised them. They're
Mhm.
all doing well and shit. And now that I've been single for I say about a good 14 years now, it's time, bro. It's just time, bro.
Yeah, man. There's nothing like that one and only, man. The only advice I'm gonna give you is just keep her first, man. That's the keep her first. That's the greatest advice that I can give you. And
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
that's
that
exciting, though. That's exciting, man. So
yeah.
very
I,
exciting.
I wish Mr. Finesse could sit here and hear it because Mr. Finesse really knows. He really know how much of a player I was. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me to shut it all down like that, man, and I don't want nobody to think that I'm gonna still be on the block, man. Like, I'm still gonna be me. I'm just gonna put the player card away and throw that to the garbage, man. I'm just gonna stick to her and make sure that she enjoys life with me. You know what I'm saying? Faithfully. So that's what it's all about to me. Yes, I'm getting married, man.
Yeah, respect. You know, you're gonna have to get rid of that sound bite. You know what sound bite I'm talking about?
Let me see. You talking about
Yeah, you got to get rid of that one. Yeah, you gotta let her play.
I could leave it up there, man, but I could use it for, when I'm referring to her. You know what I'm saying? I could be referring to my lady, bro.
I think she deserves. I think she deserves a better one. That's what I'm. That's my.
You know, I could be creative with it, man. I could be real creative with it. Slick Rick in the building. I see Miss Do still in here. Just Do Boxing, Joseph Townsend, man. Hey, I appreciate all the congratulations, man. Much love, greatly appreciated, man. I was listening to Dr. Mark earlier today, man, and he's got some pretty dope content as well, man. And Dr. Mark, man, I don't know if you you got to let me know. I'm a very private person, flawless mentality, but I got to know that I sent the Cash App to the right person. So please confirm to me that the Cash App I sent got to you. Good brother. Confirm it, man, because
I think there's two of him too. Yeah, I think there's two. Hey, I can't go to my page for something.
I mean, it had his picture on it and all that. It seemed like I copied everything from what his description was and stuff like that.
Okay.
No, it didn't. Okay. All right. Damn.
You sent it to somebody else then. Somebody like, yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
So let me see if he can see this. I don't know if he'll see this. Man, I can't even say it, man. It's got the $sign MARKSTEARNES.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was it. It says pending on it, so
can you take it away?
I can cancel it if it's not him.
Yeah, cancel it. Just let me see.
What do you got for him?
Let me see. Go in.
He says that's it. Well, it's saying pending on it.
Oh, you said Mark Stearns, yeah.
Yeah, it's pending, so I'll leave it alone. Maybe Cash App is tripping, man. Maybe Cash App is tripping, or maybe Cash App is hating, Oh, he has to accept it. Well, flawless, man. Go in there and see if you see a notification to accept it, because I did send it. Do you have a red hat? Let me see.
Armani has a red hat. Armani has a red hat.
Yes, you do.
Okay. That's it.
Let me see. Look.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird, man. Oh, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, man. See, that just kind of threw me off, but I had to kind of like verify that shit, man. I know we had that press conference, man, with Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, man. What was your takeaway on that, man?
Man, there was a lot of fireworks pretty early in that presser. First off, I don't know, for anybody who actually watched the whole presser, Regis's trainer was there. It's just that I feel that he put Evan up there to sell the fight. So, of course, Evan got up there. I believe that Regis, he knew what was going on. He knew what was going to happen. But what happened was he didn't expect Evan to really go off like how he did. Like, he expected him to just maybe go off a little bit, but he kind of really went off the deep end. And for one, man, I'm definitely not glorifying any of that got it up out the mud thing over a father raising his child and putting them through. It wasn't private school. He got homeschooled. So, yeah, I definitely, this fight, actually, I got love for Regis. Don't get me wrong. I got love for, and even for those who do get it up out the mud, hey, man, it's appreciative. But the narrative that we want to glorify is fathers being in their child's life and putting them in better positions. Because, I mean, this whole thug and gangster character, this isn't truly what we are, who we are anyway. So let's move away from that BS. Being gangster is really taking care of your family and being in your children's life. That's what real gangster is these days. So, hey, man. But overall, I'm looking forward to the fight. In all actuality, I'm even more going for Devin Haney because I want to see that homeschool boy put on. And for one, like, it doesn't matter what you go through. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you're from, man. And I really dislike when people underestimate people because of where they're from, because y'all know I'm from Minnesota, man. We up there in Minnesota, we got people from all the major cities that come through, and they think that they better just because they're from a major city, and they get made an example out of. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, man, I'm even though, like I said, I love Regis, I got a lot of love for Regis, but hey, man, it's time for Haney to do his thing. That's all I got.
Man. I like the press conference. I thought it was kind of corny that he didn't have his trainer up there and he had his strength and conditioning coach on there, man. I understand you got to sell the fight, man, but there's got to be a limit to certain shit, man. You know, there's got to be a limit to certain shit. Like the message that was being put out there, like you clearly said, man, you know, like, oh, I'm from the mud, I'm from the hood, and, you know, you're private school. And like, what does that really mean?
Nothing.
What exactly does that really mean? Anybody can get rowdy no matter where you're from in the world. Mm-hmm. I don't understand this narrative where just because you're from a certain place, a certain city, or if you're from the country or whatever, like they can't fight. Like, what? You know, like, bro. And it's almost like you're glorifying. No, it ain't almost. It is glorifying being from the streets, being fatherless, and they think that shit is cute, that shit is cool, that shit is like some kind of trophy, or that's like people, you know, that go to prison, man. They act like that's the end all be all. Oh man, I done did, you know, 10 years and blah blah, you know, and you use it in the wrong negative way. You're sending the wrong message to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, like in my case, I've been locked up. Listen, man, this is where you do not want to be, young man. This is how you avoid going to a place like this. Let me tell you how shit works in here. Let me tell you how rough you're going to have it in there, man. Mm-hmm. You need to go a different direction, man. Devin Haney, you know, is very fortunate to have a father like Bill Haney. I know a lot of people that, you know, Bill Haney rubs the wrong way. I don't care. He's doing what he's supposed to do for his son, his child. He went through hell and high water in his life. And when you go through hell and high water in your life, when you do have children, the job is to avoid them having to go through hell and high water. Your job is to inform them and be an example of what not to do and guide them and to put them in the right path of what you need to do to be successful. And not only did he do that great job at it, he's got him to the position where he is an entrepreneur. He is a business owner. Okay? Don't take that lightly. He is a promoter. He is his own promotional company. That's huge for somebody the age of 24 years old. I gotta applaud, okay, what Mr. Bill Haney did with Devin Haney. And not only Devin Haney, he's got other children playing tennis and all sorts of other sports, and has got them in the right direction in order for them to succeed in life and not have to go through the bullshit that everybody else has gone through. This is what you need to be applauding. So although I understand that they need to sell the fight, I didn't like the fact that they went with that route of what's wrong with private school? What's wrong with homeschooling? What is wrong with it?
I don't know, man.
What's wrong with it, man? Let me tell y'all something, man. My kids was going to public schools, and when I started seeing the bullshit that was going on in public schools, I took them out of public schools and homeschooled them. I made sure I did that in order for them to be focused and not have that bullshit going on that be going on in these schools. So for Bill Haney to have homeschooled them, I applaud it. It's not easy to do. And that's the misconception that people have. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of discipline to have a kid homeschool, especially when it's more than one. So, I mean, shit.
So just to add to that, I peeped the play right away that Evan, he came in there to play mental warfare, and I believe that he failed at it, in my opinion. He was trying to harp on that because most of the time, kids who are in the suburbs, they like to try to go dabble in the hood, and they're real insecure about stuff like that. But even though Devin was jabbing back, I don't believe he was truly bothered by that BS because, like I said, Bill really put him in a position, and he's really in his life to where he's not faded by that lame angle that he tried to use. So,
yeah, I see Jeff Spark in the building. Salute to Jeff Sparks.
let me
see her in the building. 903 Boxing, salute. I just be forgetting to salute everybody. Joseph Townsend.
What up,
I don't
Joe Townsend?
Forget nobody, man. But go ahead.
My question to you is: do you believe this whole narrative about Bill Haney? Devin Haney lost this fight in Mexico. What is your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts is very simple. Show me proof. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. Show me proof. Otherwise, you're just talking out the ass. That's my response to that. Mm-hmm. When you're gonna put a jacket on somebody, you need to have facts behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go back to the prison thing, man. Like I said, I'm not glorifying it, but in prison, man, if somebody was quote unquote supposedly a snitch, okay, for those who've been locked up, they know I'm not lying, okay. You cannot label that unless there's paperwork behind that. Mm-hmm. If there is no paperwork behind that and you label that individual a snitch, you're the one that's going to get fucked up now.
That's a violation. You're getting violated.
That's a violation. So unless you show me proof, I'm not addressing whether he bought a loss off or not. I don't even want to hear it, man. I think that was corny, man. I don't know, man. Let me see here, man.
When I learned that Rolly was a source, I just stopped caring about it. I don't believe anything Rolly says.
I don't know, man. Let me read some of these comments, man. It's a glorification of celebrating a fatherless worldview. It's very stupid and barbaric to develop broken children to turn into bad men. That's not the future anyone should be. Kano, you touching on the test Najee had yesterday? Najee Lopez did a phenomenal job yesterday. The guy that I've been telling y'all about, that's on my top of the prospect list. I believe I got him number 1, man. He got a 4th round stoppage, man, last night. Shout out to Najee Lopez. He had a great test in front of him. He passed the test. I had no doubt in my mind he was going to pass the test. It was just easy. You know, it wasn't easy work, but I know what the guy has. Which, you know, this is why I tell people to watch these certain type of fights so you don't miss out on the future. You know, too many people get caught up on the superstars now and don't bother to look at the rising crop that's coming behind them that are going to be the next names that's going to be talked about, man. Flawda.
I gotta ask you. Did you hear the news? 2024 LDBC meet and greets in Atlanta.
Yes, I did. Okay, I did. Me and a condo are probably going to carpool.
Okay.
Me and a condo are going to buy Atlanta. I could do Atlanta, bro.
Okay,
it's I could do Atlanta, bro.
What is that like? 3 hours?
I don't even know, but I could do Atlanta. Goddammit, I could do that.
As long as it ain't no plane, huh?
Yeah, bro, I could do Atlanta. I could drive to Atlanta, man. You know that Texas shit. Man, that was never gonna work for me, bro. You would have never saw me then, bro. But you know, and I'm, you know, and I know the meet and greets are dope as hell, but man, that's just too far for me. Atlanta, I can handle Atlanta, man. Flawless Mentality says, congratulations on finding your rib, King Kano. If you're having a wedding, I'm there. Salute to you, Flawless. Guys like Grant Hill, Haney, Earl Spence, Sean Porter, and great examples of having good fathers to be successful and raise future children to be better individuals for long-term success, man. Salute to 903 Boxing, man. 903 Boxing, I'm going to tell you why I like 903 Boxing a lot, man. He's a free thinker. He doesn't need anybody to put things in his head. He's one of those people that gets on there and puts out content according to the way his mind sees it. And it doesn't matter whether you agree, disagree. It is his opinion, and it's always has a base behind it. He always has a why he's saying what he's saying, man. And when you do that, you got to respect the content, bro. You just got to respect the content, man.
Condo said it's only 5 and I thought it was closer than that, but okay, 5.5 hours.
Man, I could do that, bro. It's better than 24, goddamn it. Shit.
And you got to go all the way out of Florida, and you got to
man, bro.
You got to go through Texas. Oh man, that's a long drive in Texas.
Yeah. No, I can't do Texas, bro. That ain't gonna work, bro. Devin in the modern day Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and motherfuckers are jealous. Yep.
Yeah, definitely, Joe.
Let me see. We seen ESPN erase Loma's 2 losses, and nobody said anything. A condo was good with you, man. Is he on Ramadan at that time, man? Anyway, man. But yeah, man, you just gotta hey man. Oh, hey, I tell you what, man. Yep. We got a guest today, man. Alex Vargas. What's going on, bro?
What's up? How's it going?
How you doing, Alex? Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Well, look, man, I know that it's been a long time since me and you chopped it up. It's been so long, I forgot I had your phone number, man. That's
I know. I saw you pop up on my phone. I was like, oh shoot, I forgot I had his too.
Yeah,
like 3 years ago, right?
Huh?
I think it was like 3 years ago we did it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that interview is actually gone off my channel because YouTube yanked my channel, man. And I had to start from scratch. So
really?
I kind of got to backtrack, man, and start, touching bases with the people that's always been solid with me, like you. So that's why I went ahead and got a hold of you, man. And
thank you,
man. We're gonna start from the bottom, man, because a lot of people probably don't know you because you know how this business is, man. A lot of people that don't have the big backing, doesn't get the recognition that they deserve now. I know he's from the school of, all call outs are mandatory, which we're going to talk about that too, but let everybody know who you are, what weight division you fight in. And, let them know, bro.
Basically El Toro, Alex Vargas, 1305 knockouts, fighting at 140 now. That's it, man. Just one by one getting there.
Yeah, man, and before I let Opulent ask you, man, I was seeing on the story, man, where somebody said that that you wouldn't fight him, and I found it kind of funny because the guy I believe lost his last fight.
Yeah.
And do you even know who the fuck he is?
No, he lost his last fight, but he says he's undefeated because he thinks he got robbed. So I heard from a few people like message me like, oh, this kid's calling you out, this and that. I never paid attention to it. And one of his boys commented on one of my posts, like, oh, you're scared to fight him, this and that. So I'm like, what the heck? Let me check this guy's page out. And then next thing you know, I see my face on his page, never tagged me or anything, and was calling me out. So I was like, I don't have a problem fighting with you. He's got a good record, but I never turned you down. I was never even offered you. So I don't know what you're talking about. And then he kind of backtracked once I did that. He was like, oh, no, like it was a misunderstanding, bro. Like I'd love to fight you, this and that. I'm like, this is crazy. This sport's crazy.
That was some clout he was trying to get off of you.
Yeah.
This is my thing, man. To me, it's not an official call out unless you tag the individual.
That's what I said. Like I wrote to him, I'm like, hey, at least say it to me, tag me something, not to where people are writing to me that, hey, this guy's calling you out, and I have to go on your page and then I see my face in your story and stuff. And I didn't even get the tag. I'm like, tag me at least. I'd respect it some more,
Hey, somebody says, are you the guy that's fighting Julio? I know you fight soon, but I don't want to get to that yet. But
yeah, we could, whatever you want to get to, we could get to it.
Yeah.
You lead the way. I'm good.
Yeah. What's up, Alex? Salute from Albany, New York, by way of. Okay, I ain't gonna try to pronounce that shit because this motherfucker will clip it and make a short out of it.
ASAP. Go ahead and say it, Kano. Go ahead.
Nah, man. If you know Ofacio Falcon and that Puerto Rican trainer by the IG handle name True Boxing, those guys are very smart in PR.
Oh, Facio True Boxing. Yeah, I know all those guys. I know Facio. We fought actually in Osceola on the Telemundo card together.
Oh, okay. Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you ask Opulent, because you know me, I get long-winded.
All right, so Alex, you started. I seen you started boxing at the age of 6. What got you interested in boxing at that young of an age? Because usually, like at 6, you're watching cartoons and stuff, and like, what got you into boxing?
My dad would always be in the basement just watching like Tyson fights.
Okay.
Dude, he always watched boxing, was in and out of the gym, so I'd be with him, obviously watching these fights, and then being that I was just constantly watching it, I was like, oh, I want to start boxing. So we'd start boxing each other in the basement. Like I'd spar him for like a fake title, and we'd spar each other. He'd be like on his knees, boxing me. And then we did that for a while until I was, I think, old enough to go to a boxing gym. And then I think I was like 8 or 9. I went to the boxing gym. And then that was it, man. Just kind of stuck with it. I was never like consistent with it because I play other sports and I went to college and stuff like that. So I would have to walk away from it from time to time. But I started young. I did start young.
Okay. So what was the sport that you walked away from boxing towards? Like, what was the sport that you got into besides boxing that you enjoyed?
It was really high school. I was playing football and I was wrestling. But then I always said I wanted to win the Golden Glove. So once that time came, I was 17. So I was going into my senior year. I quit wrestling to do the Golden Glove. So that's when I got back into it. I won the Golden Gloves, but then I went to college, so then I had to step away from it again.
Okay.
And then I came back. So it's been a back and forth with the sport.
So with having boxing skills like pretty much throughout high school, did you get to test those skills on any kids in school or?
I mean, some things would go down in school. I really tried to like just stay away from it. I mean, my school was like, they always had fights going on, honestly. It was like 7 a.m. We'd walk into high school and there'd be brawls breaking out. I was just like, I don't even want any part of this. Like, some people would like test me, but it would never get to that point where it's like, unless someone's putting their hands on you or really,
right,
pushing you, like it. I don't care with walking away. Like, I'm fine with that. I don't have anything to prove. So, but I mean, there were some moments in high school, but not too much.
Okay. So you say what year was it when you won the Golden Gloves? What year was it?
2013. Wow, 10 years ago. Oh my God.
Wow.
Damn.
Crazy.
Showing that age.
I know.
So I mean, getting Golden Gloves is a big thing. It's a big thing. And so were you nervous going into that? Like how were your nerves? How was your feeling going into that? It's like another fight.
Yeah, I was nervous because that was my main thing. Like, that was the main thing I wanted to win. That was the big thing, was getting that Golden Gloves chain, fighting at MSG. And as a little kid, I'd always go and watch it. So knowing that I wanted to do that for so long, since I was, 13, 14, going to the garden, watching these fights, there was like that nervousness, that pressure. But once the tournament started, I kind of got some momentum. Like, I beat some pretty big name guys. When I really felt the pressure was, I was a senior in high school. So once I made it to the finals, it was like a huge thing. And there was like a party bus leaving from the high school and a ton of people. And I took the day off from school and people were going. So that's when I was like, oh shoot. Like, I never had, that kind of like buzz around the fight as an amateur. And then knowing that it was a dream of mine for so long, it was that natural pressure. Like, I got to do this. So many people know, everyone's coming. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to let myself down. But it's that normal pressure that comes with the sport,
Okay.
But that helped you. That helped you in that fight, I would think.
I feel like you lock in more when it's stuff like that. Like, there's more pressure, but the fact that there's more pressure, like, it helps you lock in more. Like, it's tough fighting at home when I do, but like it's a lot of pressure. We sell it out. We sell like $30,000 in ticket sales, and then there's an after party and stuff like that. So you have to lock in. You have no choice. To really focus up.
Okay, so people don't know that you're literally living your 2 dream jobs, right? So what got you into your second dream job, and reveal what that is?
So I'm a police officer for the Suffolk County Police Department. And yeah, man, it was something I always wanted to do. Like as cliche as it sounds, not specifically like anywhere. Like I went and got my teaching degree. I was like, I want to be a teacher, but then I was like, I want to be a Suffolk County police officer, specifically out here. Because I heard great things about the job. Like you're really on your own, so you could really make an impact. There's really you're not getting controlled that much. So the thing with that was I just didn't think I'd get into the department.
Really? Why not? Like what?
Because I think the numbers are something like, so the test is given every 4 years, and I think like 40,000 people take the test.
Wow.
And they hire, I think like maybe they go through. So you have to get at least a 95 to have a chance at getting called. So I got the 95. I was like, all right, we'll see what happens from here, because now they put your name in the lottery.
Okay.
So everyone that got a 95 is literally picked out of like a hat, basically, and it's streamed, and it goes one by one all the way up to like 4,000. So if you're like anywhere past 2,000, you're never getting the call. You're 4 years to get the call. So my number was like 4,000. I'm like, I forgot. I'm like, I'm not getting the call. I'm never getting the call for this job. I'll just stick with the teaching and the fighting and go that route. But I forgot that if you're bilingual, you get put on a separate list.
Okay.
So fortunately, 3 years later, they reached my number on the bilingual list. So 3 years after I took the test, I got the letter in the mail to start processing. And then that took like another year with interviews and the polygraph and psych tests. So I'm lucky to be here now, like after wanting that job for so long, getting it and just having fun doing that, being the best cop I could be, and then fighting at the same time. And with the job supporting me, it's just everything came together. It worked out.
So speaking of psych tests, I know a guy that keeps failing. He's failed it 3 times already.
I know a lot of people that do fail. It's not an easy process. Like I said, it's long. It's really stressful. They do a deep background check. Talk to your neighbors. Every job, call your jobs. It's like I said, the lie detector test. It's a lot behind it, but it's worth it. I love my job, and I feel like that's a really hard thing to say nowadays. Is like go to a job that you love going to every day, and I'm fortunate for that.
So, I know somebody else that does the same thing, man. Tierra Brown, I don't know, female boxer.
I just saw it posted. I was like, oh, this is sick. She followed me not too long ago. I think because of that same thing. And then I saw, I think they just posted like yesterday that she's a police officer and a boxer. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I wanted to know, man, what's the toughest obstacle, man? Having to be a police officer and then having to train for a fight.
There's a lot behind it. For my last fight was my first time having to fight and have the full-time police officer job, because I had like to take a year and a half off with the academy and training and all that. So it was it's hard, man, because you get stuck on the call. Sometimes you don't get to eat, your meal that you're supposed to eat at that time. You get stuck and then you can't go train at that time you're supposed to. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So some days are harder than others. You don't get out on time, but there's just so many things. Like I said, from the nutrition to make sure you drink your water, and then if it's a busy day, you're just nonstop writing reports, dealing with people. Some days are great, and then some days you have some really bad calls that really affect you mentally too. So it's a constant, good day, bad day, good day, bad day. But now that I went through it once, I'm much more comfortable now with this fight, going through it.
K-Rod wants to know, how difficult is it to be recognized in the amateurs? For example, in Albany, New York, do those fighters have to travel outside of the city more to get their name out, to expand in the rankings?
It's tough. I think it's more so who you beat. I would make a name because I would come back, and then I'd all of a sudden beat like these top guys that were supposed to win the tournament, and then like I'd be make a name for myself, but then I'd step away, so it kind of go away. So I think it's more just staying consistent and definitely traveling. I feel like I'm lucky with the city and you're fighting all these big name guys. I feel like you go upstate, there's not that many like the city. So definitely traveling from there, get your name out there more. And just beating these top guys. That's it. You could be a nobody, and then you beat one top ranked guy, and now you're like, who is that? So that's really the main thing for me.
And I wanted to also know, man, if you was to describe your boxing style to the people who have not watched you, what would be considered your boxing style, and what is your best punch?
I think my style, I like explaining it just adaptive. I think, I could brawl if I have to. I could box if I have to. So that's how I like to go about it. I don't really think I have just one style. I change every fight depending on who I fight. My best punch, I think it also depends on who I'm fighting. I've landed, a straight left hand all fight against guys, and then another one a check hook. So it all depends each fight.
Now I know you got dog in you because my brother Flat, right? David Spark.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you've met him or not, but I know that you're into that type of mode where all call outs are mandatory. I remember a couple of years ago when we was trying to get him to call out some people for you, man. Do you remember that?
I remember. I wanted to fight Cletus Southern at one point.
Yeah, man. So how did y'all two ever link up? Did you meet him?
I've never met him, but constantly going to the city and training with those Brooklyn guys like Saddam Ali, Curtis Stevens, that whole crew out there, Danny Jacobs. I think just kind of like mutual, like things go around. Like it's very tight knit over there. So I don't think I met him honestly, but sometimes the gym gets so packed in Brooklyn with sparring and stuff. Maybe.
We got Blu-ray in the building as well, man. He's you know who Blu-ray is, Alex?
I don't know. Maybe by name.
He used to be the strength and conditioning coach of Earl Spence.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So if you don't mind, we're gonna kind of like flip back and forth with y'all because we kind of got wires crossed a little bit and stuff like that. But Blu-ray, welcome to the show, bro.
What's good, Alan?
What up, Blu-ray? Nice to meet you, brother.
Hey, how y'all feel? What's doing?
Good, chilling.
Yeah, man. So Alex, man, tell us about your upcoming bout. I know it's in October. I think it's I don't want to say no date. Let me just let you talk about it.
It's October 28th, next Saturday. So
okay.
It's been a whole mess with the fight. I had a scheduled fight for a while. Like since August, we had it signed. I was supposed to fight Matt Conway, who's 22-3, 10 rounds for the WBA Intercontinental title. Then it came like 2 weeks ago. He said he fractured his elbow, which, I mean, I don't know how true it is from some things I've seen, to be honest. So we kind of went to it's been a scramble trying to get opponents. We had a few. One guy was 30-5, one was 13-1, 12-0, and they were all turning it down. So one guy from Florida, Puerto Rican fighter from Florida, I'm sure you know, was the only one to take the fight, Julio Rosa. So
yes, I know him personally.
I'm fighting him now, which I gotta respect him because he saved the show pretty much, because the show was gonna probably get canceled if no one took the fight. And then I remember his name came up, and along with many others, and they were all like, no. And then Rosa was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, all right, now
that's a tough fight, man. I know him personally, man. That's a tough fight. I'm glad that you all two are fighting. That's only gonna get, iron sharpens iron. So y'all two fighting, man. I mean, I don't know, like many people probably aren't familiar with him, just like they're not as familiar with you. I'm like more on the streets, so I see all the fighters. So I like that matchup a lot, man.
Yeah, I know he's game. I've seen him fight a few times, and like I said, he took the fight. It's a fight where I actually have more experience for the first time against the fighter. Most of these guys that I'm fighting have been 10 rounds and had many more fights, so I actually have more experience than him. But I know he's game. He's gonna come to fight, and it's gonna be a good one.
Oplin, you got anything else for Alex?
I think people just really need to realize that you're doing a big thing as far as being an officer in boxing, because these are two of the most mentally taxing things you can do on earth, literally, man. And I just want to salute you for what you're doing, man, because I don't know how you balance that, but man, that's gotta be tough.
I appreciate it, but yeah, it's tough. But you know, I knew that going into it, and I've seen this kind of like, you know, I've had some kids come out to me like saying they want to do the same thing. So if I'm able to impact, you know, whether it's people in boxing, people, you know, being a police officer, I'm happy with it in a positive way.
That's dope. And my last one is you go by El Toro. Now, have you been zip lining on an island? Because they got a Toro Adventure Park on the island. Have you been there? I don't know.
Do they really?
Yeah, they got it's called like Toro's Zip Adventure Park or something like that on the island. So I definitely recommend you go there and do that.
I gotta look that up then. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Alex, I don't got nothing else for you. I appreciate you coming on, but I would like you to tell everybody where they can follow you at on social media so they can keep up with your career.
Yeah, you can follow me Facebook, Alex Vargas, and Instagram at Alex Vargas 631, and that's really the main two things I'm on.
All right, Alex.
The last thing is there a way for us to watch this fight next Saturday? Or
starboxing.tv is gonna stream it.
Okay.
So they're gonna have it going. So,
which, by the way, they did a documentary with you on that.
Yeah, they're really like, you know, that one thing I have to give Starboxing is they're good at moving guys like under the radar. Like 2 of the 4 world champions from Long Island were under the Starboxing banner, and it was kind of like not many knew who they were, and then Joe Smith and Chris Algieri came out of nowhere, and you know, just that one fight it takes and that one opportunity. So
it's airing in 15 minutes. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
It is airing in 15 minutes, man. So y'all go check that out at Starboxing, man. I appreciate you coming on, Alex. We will definitely have you back on again. I think Oplin still has another question.
I gotta be clear. When I said island, I meant Puerto Rico. I didn't mean.
I kind of figured that because I was like, you know what? I know Long Island. I never heard that, but now I was like, the island. I'm like, it's got to be Puerto Rico. Yeah. I've never been. I've got to go.
Oh man, you got to go.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, you're definitely coming back on the show, man. Anytime you want.
Yeah.
I gotta remember I got your number. You gotta remember you got mine, and you know, like to talk to you again, man, after the fight, even if it's for a few minutes only, man, just to talk about the fight that you had. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man, Alex.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right.
Take care, brother.
And then we got Blu-ray in here as well. I don't know if he's I think he was driving, so
yeah, no, I'm still here, bro. I didn't want to have people looking at me while I'm driving, taking away from the interview. I know they're probably distracted because people are actually watching the show, so that's why I turned the camera on.
It's all good, bro, man. Man, let the people know, man, what it is you do, and also let them know it ain't just boxing. But go ahead and give them a little. They should know, but some people are under the rock still.
Well, you know, in the boxing world, you know, I'm known for working with Errol Spence Jr., so I trained him for 11 fights. He was on a nice win streak. You know, me and him, when we worked together, he was on a knockout win streak. You know what I mean? So, that's mainly, I've got other boxers, but not as notable as Errol Spence, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Lex is very notable. To me, he is.
No. I'm talking about other. I've worked with Adrian Taylor. I've worked with it's a European champion right now. He's a European champion cruiserweight named Ellis Zoro. I was training him virtually before a couple fights early in his career. Let me see, Adrian Taylor, Burley. I did work with Burley. That's in Earl camp. I worked with Amar Rashidi. He for a couple fights. I worked with Greg Corbin. He's kind of like a local guy, but he was in heavyweight. I did work with Charles Hadley for a couple fights. That's the first boxer I ever worked with was Sean Havoc. Me and Maurice Hooker was supposed to hook up, but we never got a chance to hook up. You know what I mean? But mainly, and I never got to work with Virgil Ortiz, but mainly, Earl is the biggest. So mainly all the main boxers around here in the city of Dallas, around this area, I mainly work with most of them.
You want to ask him some questions?
Yeah, but Blu-ray, who are some of the non-boxing athletes that you've trained?
Bethel Johnson he used to play for the Patriots. My nephew Mike Miles Jr. He was a star point guard at TCU. He's got drafted to the Mavericks. But he's going to be in the G League. Work with Greg Brown, Portland Trail Blazers. He over there with the Mavericks. Think he's going to be on the G League team. I work with Chris Michelle, the R&B singer. Work with Roy Martin. He was a guy that set the world record for the 200 in the state of Texas, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I work with quite a few people, man. I got some MLS next soccer players I'm training right now, so I'm all over the place when it comes to training.
That's dope. Go ahead, Kano.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, listen, man. Apart from that, man, he does a great job with strength and conditioning, training folks and all that. But he also has a podcast as well. And I think a lot more people need to go check that podcast out. But I'm going to let Blu-ray let you in on, where you can find his podcast at and what it's about.
Nah, man, it's Men's Viewpoint. I got over 600,000 followers. It's a platform I've been having for a while, and it's just an outlet. It's basically an outlet for men, and I call it Men's Viewpoint. But I'm actually getting ready to change it to the MVP Network. But it's called Men's Viewpoint. I'm just an advocate for men. There's a lot of people that speak up for women, but nobody really speaks up for men and what we deal with and what we go through. So I've always been a men advocate, and that's what it is on Facebook, Men's Viewpoint.
Yes, indeed, man. And also, what I like about Blu-ray, man, is he's a business-minded person, man. And the reason I kind of wanted him to jump on with us, man, is so, he could talk about his other business ventures, the website he's working on, and where you can locate that at, man. So if you don't mind, man, Blu-ray, let him know about what all you do, man.
Well, the workout program. So what I decided to do, because I can't train everybody. I get a million people want to work out with me, train with me. Just they want workouts and stuff like that. So I'm going to come up with. I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to come up with a platform, and I'm just going to be putting workouts on the website where people and I give a tutorial on how to do the workout, and then people will be able to go to the website and actually kind of like download the workout. So it's got to be like a follow along type thing.
Okay, Opulent.
Man, Blu-ray, man, I just want to give you your flowers right now, man. In my book, you're already a legendary trainer. You know what I'm saying, man? I seen the work you did with Earl, and man, I just know that you're the real deal. Your workouts definitely make me a little nervous. Man, you don't be playing around. And the greatest thing is that you do it yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest thing. You put in the work yourself. So I definitely just truly appreciate what you're doing out here, man. And just as far as your podcast, I listened in a couple of times, and you're really a man who moves to the beat of your own drum, if you get what I'm saying. So I truly appreciate your thoughts on that as well. So
no, for sure. No, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I'm always I'm just the type of person that I practice what I preach. So when it comes to strength and conditioning, I'm gonna say it like this. I seen a fighter doing a workout, right? He was getting ready to fight Earl, and somebody sent me the clip. I said, that ain't gonna help him. I said that's not gonna help him, but I explained why it won't. And so a lot of times people get on Instagram and they see these 15-second, 30-second clips of somebody doing something, or somebody doing an exercise that they feel like it's just whoa, this is like amazing and doesn't work. Listen, half the stuff y'all see on the internet be a bunch of BS. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing people gotta understand is that the anatomy of the body hasn't changed. This is my philosophy. I am the machine. I don't use machines. That's my philosophy. I am the machine. I don't use machines. So at the end of the day, people will have to really understand what really works in reference to really making you a stronger individual. And I believe I've mastered it. I tell people all the time I studied Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee didn't have all the workout equipment that we had. Bruce Lee could hold, he could laterally hold out 70-pound dumbbell at 135 pounds. That is superhuman strength. So people don't understand the type of training that you have to do to develop that type of strength. But I've studied Bruce Lee. I've said it on a million podcasts. I've studied Bruce Lee. I have mentors that taught me how to work out, which is Lord Vital, JR from Beast Mode, Zachavelli, they call him Zeph. All these guys are in New York. Like when you pull up the playground workouts in New York, I've trained with the best in the world. So I got trained by some of the best guys in the world, some of the strongest men in the world, literally. So I credit that to my development. And then, you know, I would go to New York and work out, but I would have to come back home in Texas and Dallas and work out by myself. I had to work out by myself, but I had to get creative. And that's the thing about it. Like when you go to the parks of New York, there's 50 dudes out there. Everybody got abs. Everybody's strong. But I was adopting their philosophy and their regimens and come back to Dallas, and I got to work out by myself. You know what I mean? So I had to just find the hunger and the passion and the love for what I do, man. And then as I started doing it myself and applying to myself, other people around me started working out. Then I got workout partners, and I train them. And I train them to get stronger than me. Anybody that I train with, my goal is for them to get stronger than me. We don't ever get there. But that's my goal. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I got to ask you this, man, Blu-ray, man, because I looked at your workouts, right? Now, let's say, like, just hypothetically, man, I go there and I'm like, you know what, man? I want him to get me right, man. But I'm sure you've had people just quit on you because, I mean, is there a strategy to it? I mean, do you gradually bring them up? Because what I see online, I'm like, bro, ain't no fucking way I can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hang on a second. You on mute? You on mute?
Appreciate it, Conor Rocco. Yeah, so there is a system to it because people see the stuff that I do. Like, listen, I've been doing this 12 years. You can't do what I do, you know what I mean, in 2 months, you know? So there's a system. So I have a system called the Foundation to Strength. And if anybody follow these 4 workouts, it's only 4. It's called the Foundation of Strength. You master these 4 workouts, you can go work out with anybody in the world. I guarantee you. I don't care who they is. I don't care what type of training they're doing. I guarantee you, you're gonna either beat them or you're gonna beat them. One of the two. But you're gonna be able to hang with anybody. So and it's really just the workouts that I started with. Remember, I was telling you I had to go to New York and then come back here and work out on my own. So I had to, and they were giving me advanced stuff, but I'm like, man, I can't do that yet. So I just came up with my own system to develop and build myself up to get to that point. And I just took the workouts that I started with, and I started using those with anybody. I don't care if it's a female, whatever. Even with weightlifting, I have a Foundation of Strength program with weightlifting because a lot of these football players, NFL players, I don't care if it's D1, NFL, NBA, professional boxers. I've trained these dudes, and in my opinion, they be weak to my standard. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, I'm 42 years old. Go get any boxer you know to work out with me. I'll flush them. Who it is. Go fight. Go get their strength and conditioning coach. I'll flush them too. And I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I just got a recipe. My recipe is undeniable. And if you follow the recipe, you follow the formula, you're gonna get the same result, whoever it is. That's why I don't let people record me training.
Well, that's the main reason why I had to give you a flower, because I know you the real deal for real. Like you ain't playing out here.
And truth be told, and I'm gonna say this humbly, like y'all have never seen me work out for real.
Damn.
So like the stuff that I post, that ain't the workout.
Dang.
Yeah, see, this
that looks rough.
Hey, my older brother in the chat, he, you know, the question that I really had was the one he threw up there, man. He wants to know, do you got workouts for older men like me and him? That's, you know, do you work with people that's old?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean,
bro, man, I had one lady I was training. I think she was 53 when I started training her. And I had her doing, and in less than 9 months, I had her doing 10 pull-ups on her own. We're talking about a woman. I had her doing 10 pull-ups by herself with no assistance, no nothing. She could pull her own body 10 times pull-ups.
Yeah, because I'm 53 myself. That's why I was asking, because I'm like, you know.
Man, let me tell you something. Man, listen, by the time I get done with you, you'll be in better shape now than you were in high school. Facts.
Wow.
Man, hey, man, look, man, I'll tell you what, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm all in. Once he gets that program put up on the website.
You don't even have to wait. So all you gotta do is email me and pay the money. I just text you or email you to work out. I'm gonna do that for the website for like in the future. But right now, if you just want to get a workout and start my foundation stream, you can start that now. Like that. I actually have people like, so like if you want to work out the first workout, we always do on FaceTime. I'm gonna watch you do the first workout so I can make sure you're doing it right. And then after that, you on your own. I make sure you understand the sets and reps. I make sure you understand how to establish a progression, and then you just go on. And then once you can complete it, you call me back. I FaceTime you, and I sit there and I watch it, do the whole thing. Yeah. So you can start that now. So all you gotta do is just email me or just hit my DM on Instagram, Bluerayfitness, and you can just start today, tomorrow. Here, I do this 24 hours a day.
Man, I got your phone number. I just text you first.
Exactly. That's all you gotta do. And I don't tell everybody price. I charge $175 for a workout. I don't care who you is and what. $175. You can be a regular person, whatever. It's $175 for a workout. That's all it is.
Yes, indeed, man.
Front line wild.
Hey, so what's it been like to work with Lex, man? Tell us a little bit about Lex, man.
Nah, Lex a dog, man. Like he putting that work in. We getting ready. His second fight coming up November 25th. So I gotta try him in the morning. He a dog. You know, I think today was his first day sparring with Ryan Garcia. So we putting that work in. I feel for whoever he gonna fight. I know that. Actually with Lex, I created a new program I'm doing with Lex right now. So and I'm actually, the crazy part is I'm actually testing it on his body. That's the crazy part. But it's gonna be yeah. Whoever he fights, it's gonna be a problem. I promise you.
Yes, indeed,
man. I ain't got none right now.
You ain't got nothing for Blue.
It slipped my mind. We talking about Lex.
Well, listen, man. Let's break it down this way, man. I want Blu-ray to go ahead and let everybody know how they can reach him. Since he said, you know, they can email them, hit them DMs, let them know.
Instagram is the easy way because I'll be on my phone all the time. So Instagram, Bluerayfitness, just DM me. I answer anybody. No, I answer everybody. I'm not Hollywood like that.
Okay, man. Bruce Gas wants to know, is nutrition as important as training?
For sure. Hell yeah, for sure. Now it just depends on your genetics. You got crazy genetics, you can just when you're younger, you can out train a bad diet. But as you get older, you know, when you start getting our age, you gotta tighten it up.
Yeah. Well, man, shoot. They can follow you on Instagram. Everybody should know where to find him on Instagram. Like, goddamn, man, he is not hard to find, man. So hit him
Yeah,
up, man.
it's Bluerayfitness. Hey, y'all ain't got no questions, no real questions, man. I thought y'all
But you know the one. I'm always gonna avoid the one, man, because
no,
bro,
man, I'm not. Okay, so I'll put it out right now. I haven't heard directly from Earl, but I've heard from some people connected to Earl, and that's all at the moment. That's all I can say. So, I'm willing to work with him his next fight. So, if he call me, he already know I'm gonna answer the phone, and I'm telling him what you've been waiting on. You know what I'm saying? So.
That sounds like a little exclusive right there. That sounds like a little exclusive right
well, yeah, man. What I want him to do, man, is Blu-ray. Just go ahead and kill all the false narratives and all the false speculations, you know.
As far as what?
And because I get tired of hearing people say, man, is Blu-ray beefing with Spence, is Spence beefing with Blu-ray?
Beefing? What?
Yeah,
Bro,
you know how they are, man.
bro,
You know,
Conor, that's my brother, man. What you talking about beefing?
Right.
exactly. I know that, but
How am I gonna beef with my brother, man?
but you know how the internet is, though.
Right,
Bro,
yeah.
Conor, that's the internet. We don't entertain the internet.
Gotcha. See,
You know what I'm saying? That's just like a nigga calling me gay. I'm not finna entertain that because I know what I am.
Right.
I'm not. Listen, I look like a fool if a nigga call me gay and I'm arguing with him. That'll make me feel like I feel something like I'm suspect. No, brother. I'm not. Listen, you can think what you want to think, right? Me and Earl Gucci, we're gonna always be Gucci. Brothers have misunderstandings. You and your brother done had a misunderstanding. You and your kids done had a misunderstanding. That's life. You feel what I'm saying? But ain't no beef. It can never be beef for me and Earl Spence. That ain't even possible.
And I know that to be a fact myself, man. But you know, I just kind of wanted to put it out there, man, so people would stop asking.
Bro, listen, listen. Earl told everybody why he stopped training with me. People just don't listen.
Correct.
The interview is with Fred Barbershop Conversation. He did the interview. He said it on there. I posted it. It's on my page in my one of my pit videos. He literally said it. I don't know why people thinking that it was never an issue. Earl told everybody why he started training me. I don't want to say it. I'd rather you could go listen to it. He said it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no issue. He's a grown man. He made the decision that he decided to make. Now, do I feel like it was the right decision? Hell no, because I feel like my style of training and my training brought a different element to him. You know what I mean? And we did 11 fights. He had 11 stoppages. Like, what else need to be said?
Oh, those are facts, man. You know, I was watching your live the other day on IG, man, and somebody made a suggestion of you putting something on your bio, man, on your profile, man. You remember what it was? Because it was funny.
No, I don't remember.
What he was saying, what was he saying, man? Because people ask you, what was it about, man? Well, why you ain't training Earl, man? And people in the damn live were kept asking, man. I think he said something like, man, people, you should put in your bio, man. Listen, I'm not training Earl right now. Stop asking, or something like that.
Nah, I ain't finna do that, man. I ain't gonna do that. Nah, that ain't even. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nah.
Comical. It was just comical. That's all. It was comical.
Nah, it probably was. Nah, I ain't gonna do that though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do. I'm a grown man. I ain't finna do all that.
Yeah, so Blu-ray, our main intention was really to kind of stay away from Earl questions.
Nah, man, listen, we gonna be out with y'all. I know everybody wanna know, so I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't tripping.
Now, we appreciate you bringing it up, but we kind of wanted to stay away because we already understand. He and I already understand, so we kind of wanted to stay away from him, but we appreciate you bringing it up.
Nah, but I'm just bringing it up because people keep speculating, and Earl done already said why. It was never no issue. The man literally said it on Fred Barbershop Conversation video. I got it pinned on my Instagram page. So, and I pinned it on purpose so you can hear it for yourself. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I just want to know,
how
does it feel, man, to have worked with somebody like Earl and then seeing them become a world champion and all that, man?
Well, I was with him when he became a world champion.
No, that's what I mean. How did it feel to
Man,
be that?
I got the video on my page, man. I cried when he won the first belt with Pierre Brooks. I cried literally. I was happy, bro. You got to think about it. Like, I met him, you know what I mean? And he was like, you know, the people that put me on to said, man, he going to be a world champion one. And so when you help somebody become the best in the world, man, like, I was a part of it, you know what I mean? So it was a great moment for me and him.
And I believe that Lex is going to be in that same situation with you, Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's gonna be a dog. So he gonna be there. He gonna do his thing. Sure, I guarantee that.
Is there another on your roster that you feel is going to be a champion other than Lex?
Yeah, I believe. I'm working with a little kid named Tyson McGriff. I believe he's gonna be a world champion, and so a kid out of Louisiana. But I ain't got a hold on to him. But when he get a little older, we already got it understood that I'm gonna train him. And we call him EJ. His name Edward. So he in Louisiana right now, down about Lafayette. So, but he coming to me too. So he's a dog too. So I got some more kids in the oven on the way. You know, and I'll take some in the future if I can give me some phenoms. I only deal with certain type of kids. So
I have a question, Blu-ray. Has your son expressed any interest in boxing yet, or what's
no? I actually started him off in boxing.
Okay.
But man, when we seen the Kylian Mbappe get that $1 billion offer, man, we on straight soccer, bro. No, man, my son, man, he's a soccer player, man. We 100% soccer. He do boxing, but he just do it just to stay on his toes. But now, if he gets older and he be like, Dad, I want to switch and box, cool. But I focus on soccer. Like he a monster on the soccer field for sure.
How did that become? How did he get interested in soccer?
I just put him in soccer just to keep him active here. He got good at it. Yeah, that was an accident.
Well, you know what? No, that ain't an accident. I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's good fatherhood right there. Yeah. Because you was willing to experiment different sports with them, and that's usually how a kid ends up finding the sport they love, man. When the father's open enough to let him experiment with other sports and stuff, man. So I salute you for that, bro.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, man, we was just chopping it up for a little bit, man. I didn't really have too many questions for you, man. I just wanted to chop it up with you a little bit, man. So people can know about the programs you got to offer, that you have your business ventures and the people you train with, and we covered your podcast as well, to your platform. I know that you are transferred into YouTube as well. I see that. It's great content, man. And I know you wanted to represent me, and you mentioned that, man. But was there a point, man, where you just said, "Man, I got to do this, man, because somebody has to, man"? Like what?
Nah, like I started doing that because of my divorce. Like I wasn't used to communicating with people, and I didn't have nobody to talk to. So I just started doing relationship talk. You know what I mean? So that's how I started. Just needing to talk to somebody after I had got a divorce.
So you turned a negative to a positive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
So what is your outlook on the world of boxing right now? Like, how you feel about it?
I feel like it's too many politics, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? I understand you got to get your money and it's a business, but I just want to see the best fight the best, in my personal opinion. I want the best fight the best, hands down. But a lot of time, I feel like people be waiting people out and playing the politics and all that, man. I just want to see the best fight the best, bro. So I feel like the politics be messing it up. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, I got to ask you an off-topic question, man. I mean, what do you think of Crawford talking about going to 168 and fighting Canelo? Do you think that's doable?
Man, I think he'll get beat by Canelo if he did that.
Think it's just too much.
And I actually like Crawford, so don't get it twisted. I said I like Crawford. I just, I was just going for Earl when he fought Earl, but I think he fight Canelo, man. 168, yeah, that's a tough task, my boy. I don't think he need to do that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen anyway. I don't think he's in a. Look, I'm not hating on him or nothing like that. I don't dislike him, but I just don't think he's in a position of power to make that fight happen. If you know what I'm saying, because Canelo is looking at bigger things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it, man.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that Charlo and Canelo fight, though? How'd you feel about
that? I feel like Charlo wasted our time.
Hell yeah.
He didn't even fight. He didn't even come in shape. Look at his body. When I seen his body, I said, oh, he ain't even in shape.
I didn't like that fight, man, because I expected better from him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
There's nothing wrong if you go out on your shield. There's nothing wrong if you go out there and try and swing at least. If you get stopped, you just get stopped. But you gotta at least give it an effort, man. And that's where I got I lost some respect for Charlo in that sense, man. Like, bro, you didn't go out on your shield, and I had a problem with that. The effort wasn't there.
Yeah, they said he just came for a check, bro.
Yeah, no sign of a lion in that ring at all. Not even
at all.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
he was a gazelle.
Literally, yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed, man. Well, you got any final words, man, for the people that tuning in?
Nah, man. Hey, man, I just came on to holler at my brother, man. Appreciate it, man. I apologize. I had to pick my phone up because my phone messed up. I had to go pay $400 to get my screen fixed. I could have just bought a new phone here. And I checked. My phone came on. I said, God, I checked my message. I said, that's why I text you late. But nah, man, I ain't got nothing else, man. Anytime you want me to pull up, I'll pull up.
Oh, hell
yes,
yeah.
Indeed, man. It kind of like, the flow kind of got a little fucked up because for the people that don't know, he was going to be on the first half of the show. So, we ended up having to do the first half alone, and then we had the boxer on, and then we mixed Blu-ray in. So it was a little bit of an odd thing, Blu-ray. So next go around, we'll be a little bit more on the settled side, man.
Nah, you good. That was on me. So it's all good, bro.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly, man. But appreciate meeting you, Blu-ray, man, and keep doing your thing till next time we chop it up with you, bro.
All right, fellas.
Man. Appreciate you, Blue.
All
right, man. That was Blu-ray, man. He came on the show with us, man, and we appreciate his time as always, man. What'd you think, man? Like, I liked everything he said. I liked everything he stands for. I like the fact that he's an entrepreneur, man, that he's business minded, always looking for different ways to improve, man. Like the idea of him putting that website together, man, for the workouts and stuff, I think is a phenomenal idea because something like that, man, the health is something that you got to cherish, man. And when you are offering top-notch training, I think for it to become available to the world, I think it's a beautiful thing, man. And it's a proven product. It's like the track record speaks for itself. Everything he's touched has turned to gold. You know what I'm saying? What was your take on that, man?
Hey, man, that's why I had to give him his flowers because he is the real deal. And most importantly, Blu-ray is a stand-up guy. So his character is A1. And it was a great pleasure to have him on here. Great pleasure, man. So
yeah, man. I mean, we kind of had to improvise a little bit, people. So
I think it's still at the end of the day, even though he was supposed to come on first and Alex was supposed to come on second, I still think it came out perfect though. It still worked out. Definitely worked out. So I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, man. I mean, his phone screen cracked, so he couldn't, he had to go get it fixed and stuff like that. So, things like that happen, man. And then, it's part of an everyday thing, man. But we did have Alex Vargas. He fights this weekend coming up, man. So y'all tune into that. I'm gonna see if I can catch that documentary that they did with him on Star Boxing, which aired at 8:00. So I'm gonna try to see if there's a replay for that. What time is it now? 8:18. So I'll probably try to catch on that. AJ, I see you.
Hey, send me the link to that so I can check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
KG entered the building with old school Rum Wolf.
What up,
Hey,
Thomas? How you doing, bro?
I appreciate everybody that came in, man. Hopefully everybody smashed the like button, man, up in here, man. This was Florida Swampcast Chapter 9. I just felt it went well, even though we had to improvise a little bit, man, on the fly, man. But any last words you got, man?
Hey, man, appreciate everybody that slid through. Want y'all go over there to Opulent LDTV, smash that like button, smash that sub button, and blessings to the mighty LDBC. Oh, yeah, we'll see you next Thursday, too. So
every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Florida Swampcast Chapter 9, always being brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC, man. Florida Swampcast, man, we out of here, man.